action. I hear people saying, I heard Jeff Mayweather said that, Fury didn't take a lot of risks. You heard Paulie said he let the fight, Fury he lost that fight. It was everything, but Usyk took it. Usyk took that fight, and I don't know how many people could see with the naked eyes. He took that fight. He had a great game plan. Fury had to come in heavier, and that still didn't work because he couldn't just lay on Usyk. He couldn't even back Usyk up because he don't have the skill set, and Usyk is all bad for him. And one of the reasons I pointed out that he would lose to Usyk was he just simply struggles with shorter fighters. He's one of those guys who fight guys at eye level better. That's why he did so good against Klitschko. It's one of the reasons he did so good against Deontay Wilder. When you fight guys a little shorter than him, or can kind of stoop down like Otto Wallin did, he can't see them punches coming. That's the problem. He can't see the punches coming. And everybody's saying, well, Usyk, I'm impressed with how he able to punch up. I mean, it's nothing for him. I mean, he's fought Joe Joyce, who's 6'7" in the World Series of boxing, and he destroyed him. Same way, movement. He couldn't see the punches coming. So you look at his history with Fury, getting dropped and outboxed by Steve Cunningham. His struggle with Otto Wallin and some of these fights that he's had, he struggled with shorter guys where he can't really see the punches coming. And then you throw in the fact that you in there with a southpaw, that's a red flag. You're in there with a guy that can go front, back, left, right, and any other angle that's in there. That's a problem. You couldn't back him up. Why couldn't he back him up? Because he couldn't control him with the lead hand because Usyk's movement is so unorthodox, whether he bouncing in place, going left to right. Now, it's easier said than done when you get a guy that only can go one way. Maybe he only can go backwards. Maybe he only can go to his left. Maybe he only go to his right. Usyk went everywhere he wanted to go. If Usyk wanted to go to his left, he went to his left and he made something happen. If he needed to throw a sweeping shot upstairs to get Fury attention to come around the guard, he didn't bring all his tools. He bring the tools that he knew he needed. It's like a golf bag. You're going to need a driver. If you go into a regular course, you're going to need a putter. You know what I'm saying? Certain clubs you're going to need for sure. Right? Certain clubs you're going to need for sure. And he didn't bring a one more tool than he needed, and he didn't bring one less tool than he needed. He knew everything he needed to know. And when you put him in a situation when you coming into a rematch, you get a second look at a guy like Tyson Fury, who one of the issues was his hook, his right. Nobody talked about this. His left hook wasn't good enough. That's why he lost the second fight. Usyk's ability and his corner's ability to make adjustments during the fight is just impeccable. I really ain't seen nothing like it. I mean, he was hurt to the body in that first fight. He made an adjustment, and one of the adjustments he made was going to his right. And the right wasn't just to line up the left hand. You know what I'm saying? The right was lining up, body shots, all that. And when Fury didn't have the left hook to stop him from going right, that was the fight. Not necessarily, was it the straight left that almost knocked Fury out that some people think should have knocked Fury out. But I think by reputation, and like I said, when Wilder dropped him in that first fight and everybody was saying, they're pulling out the stopwatches, I've seen this dude get off the floor like that before. So when you have a history of getting off the floor like that, you get the benefit of a doubt. You start to develop a reputation. I was one of the few people or black people who didn't have an issue with it. Now, but even more so in that first fight, his problem, it wasn't that left hand dropped him or almost knocked him the fuck out. That wasn't the problem, bro. The problem was he could not stop Usyk from going to his right. He tried to throw a left hook. His left hook, he chicken winged it too much. He chicken wings his left hook too much. He doesn't throw a crisp left hook. And maybe because he's 7 foot, whatever, or whatever the situation may be. I'm not sure, but he doesn't throw a good left hook. And for a guy that's usually the one that's doing the irky jerky movement, usually he's the guy with all the movement. He got out moved. But what really hurt him, what actually really hurt him in that fight with Usyk the first time was Usyk able to go right without no fear. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to fear about any firepower coming back when he went right. Left hook was weak. So coming to this fight, he already knew, hey, he ain't gonna develop a left hook in one fight. But what he did was, in the second fight, he stepped up the volume to the body even more. This fight, he knew he came in heavier. He kept stabbing to that body. He kept stabbing to that body. He kept stabbing to that body. And people wasn't really really watching the fight. But he kept stabbing to that body. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that nothing Fury can do about it. And that's another reason why Fury didn't want to smother him like that. When he smothered him, Usyk would drop his weight, and he would hit Fury under the rib cage on the side. That body work really did a number on Tyson Fury. And nobody really categorized Usyk as a devastating body puncher or a consistent body puncher. But going in this fight, he was very consistent. He was very consistent going into this fight with his body punching. And that just lets you know, like, that's a sign of a great fighter. He can pull out anything he needs to in the fight. And overall, he was just the better fighter. He's the best fighter in the world. And I'll get to that in a different video. He's legitimately the best fighter in the world. And whatever tool he needs to pull out, he pulls it out. No diddy. Whatever he needs, and nothing Fury could do about it. He couldn't smother him because he couldn't, it was one point in that fight where they was wrestling on the turnbuckle and, Usyk just tossed him in the corner. He tossed Tyson Fury big ass in the corner. So he couldn't out-muscle him. And, Jeff Swan, he should have took more risks. There's a reason you got to be able to catch a motherfucker to take risks. He couldn't catch Tyson. He couldn't catch Oleksandr Usyk. He couldn't catch him. And a lot of times when he was throwing punches, Usyk was blocking them on the glove, blocking them with the wrist, blocking them body shots on the elbow. Usyk defense he didn't get enough credit defensively in this fight. I really watched how he truly operated. He did not get enough credit defensively in this fight. He did not get his defense was superb. Only thing he really didn't do was catch and shoot, but damn, that's kind of hard to catch and shoot. It's kind of hard to catch and shoot with a guy. It's hard to catch and shoot with a guy who got you by like 7 inches. No diddy. But yeah, and Fury can't do nothing. I thought I won by 2 or 3 rounds. You a damn lie. That fight was easy to score. Usyk dominated that fight. That was a domination. That was domination. He dominated him. And y'all think it's just easy to walk through somebody, but when you walking through somebody and they got movement, he couldn't stop the movement. The movement is what killing him. Now, he could have stopped him from going left. Get a better left hook. But he couldn't pin him down with the jab. Right? He couldn't pin him down with the jab. So when he couldn't really hit him with the jab at bay, the movement just killed him. That's all I can really say. And then he had an offensive, efficient game plan where, it came a point kind of in like them 7th, 8th, 9th round where he went away from the body. There was a point where he went away from the body. But I think around the 10th, 11th, and 12th in them championship rounds, he went right back to the body. 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 So he never forgot his roots. He never forgot his roots. He never forgot his roots. So, yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the background, thumbs up the video. Hit the link tree. Don't forget. Yeah, don't forget, man, when you're checking out the link tree, join the Patreon, especially the Free Game 89 Patreon. You won't be disappointed. But you need to reach me. I think X, Instagram is the two fastest ways than Facebook. You check out the podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, a few others. You can find me on Kick, Twitch, a few other places. But I appreciate y'all. Check out the box news. Check out the fight reaction playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.